Alana and I'm a singer-songwriter from South London. I studied musical theatre at the Brit School in Selhurst, and so I did that for 2 years, but I always knew that as a main career I wanted to do music, and so I never planned for it, but I ended up going to uni, and that's up in Brighton, and I'm now doing a songwriting degree. The whole point of songwriting is about self-expression, and the most important thing with songwriting is having something to say and getting your message out there, and it's just done in a more creative way than, you know, standing up there and publicly speaking. I think with covers, they're cool, but you need to put your own spin on it. Just be completely different with it, because some people will do an Adele cover and they just sing it word for word and how she'd sing it, and I think you'll then be compared to the original artist. I think, you know, there's no limits with songwriting. I think anyone can songwrite if they were just to be completely honest and just go for it. If I had to put a few labels onto my music, I'd say I'm folk, country, and maybe a slight bit of pop. So yeah, a kind of a mix, and there's acoustic as well, because I write on my acoustic guitar. And the influences, the main ones would be Joni Mitchell, Harold Carpenter, I'm trying to think who else. I have a few male influences like Matt Corby, who not many people have heard of, but he's really good, so YouTube him and fall in love. The Civil Wars, again, they're all quite acoustic or folk kind of stripped back musicians with their music. It's quite simple, and yeah, though that's what I'm mostly into and sort of take my influence from. I'm always wearing a hat when I'm gigging. My style, like when it comes to fashion, I'd say is quite vintage, and I kind of think I look a bit like a vintage schoolgirl sometimes. I'm very girly when it comes to skirts and like floral patterns. So yeah, probably quite vintage. Juggling uni, yeah, it's really difficult. There are times when I really want to write and there's an essay to do. I'm like, I know which one I have to do, but which one I want to do. So it's difficult, but you know, everyone has a starting point, and I don't have a manager, I don't have a PA, or any of that right now, so you just got to work for it really. I'd write about relationships, I'd write about friendships, I'd write about situations I've been in before. It's all pretty much, I analyse a lot, so I'm taking everything that's spinning around in my head and just putting it onto paper and into a song, because it's a lot easier really for me. I would be doing most likely a degree in personal training, and this is going to sound really weird. Like, but sports science and psychology and all of that, but that's going to sound really weird coming from someone who's doing a songwriting degree, but that's another thing I really do love. I love it. I'm a fitness addict, health and nutrition are important to me, and yeah, I just would like the idea of being a personal trainer really. Just as a little reminder, on October 30th in Brighton at Sticky Mike's Frog Bar, I'll be releasing my first EP, Filters, and I've got some amazing guests such as Anderson James Bell, Something Red, and I've forgotten the third one, Louis Lucille, there you are, I'm really sorry. But yeah, amazing guests who will also be joining me on that night. So please come along. Tickets are £4, and also there'll be some donations going towards both Beat and Mind charities. So it'll be a really good night, and I hope to see you all there.